And go.
Okay.
I lost my phone.
Your diaphragm.
Wet it now.
Show 136. 136. We are still wetting that dick down right here on the Comedy Pipe Radio Network. It is June 10th, 2015. We are live. Join us for the potentially most interactive comedy radio show on the planet. Skype us, Comedy Pipe. Twitter us, Comedy Pipe. Go to comedypipe.com and watch this stream live. You can watch it live.
On YouTube, too.
On the toot. That's what I just said. That's totally what I just said.
Give you
Ladies and gentlemen,
Shut
welcome
the
to the
fuck
show,
up,
Jefferson, who has no idea what the fuck is going on. He missed last week's show and decided to grace us.
Still catching up.
Still catching up. There are so many jokes that you are not in.
I know.
And we're going to keep it that way. You are so lost, and we're going to keep it that way. Joe Green has the best joke of you ever, and you're never going to hear it.
Why not?
Yeah, never going to hear it.
That's what you get.
Yeah,
Come on, Joe.
that's what happens when you miss a show.
Damn it.
to go get your baby porn on.
Hey, guys, this is the clean show.
That could be a metaphor for anything.
Teresa thinks this is a clean show.
We're keeping it respectable.
Respectable, and you brought me here.
Yes. All right. Well, all right. We're gonna go respectable. Our guest this evening, Mr. Nick Anthony. Welcome to the show.
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Okay. Question 1: meat spin? Yes or no?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. As long as we got that out of the way.
Sounds like another fan.
Lemon party.
Sure.
No, okay. That means he doesn't know what it is. Okay. Tub girl.
Yes.
Okay. That's you got a point in my book. What is like we've got some contact information. No, I don't have any contact information other than your podcast website. But I think we should give out like a Twitter if you got it.
Definitely go to Twitter. It's my initials are nah, I don't want to hear this anymore. NAHLKH. My business. I attached the side of it. Now I can tell you that the business has lost all respectability at that point. It's great.
The LKH property management, I'm assuming so nah to LKH.
Every time.
So nah underscore or just nah LKH?
Nah LKH.
Teresa, that's the second time in history I've been able to read your handwriting. One is the question of Twitter ? I
thought it's a Twittix.
Yeah. And then
I was like, I am hungry when she handed me that
and
note.
then he butchered his Twitter name. And then she wrote it actually legibly. NAHLKH.
I should have been a doctor.
LKH. And anything we need to know on what those letters.
LKH stands for a group of people that got together and started serving legal papers in upstate New York, and now we get all the legal papers in upstate New York. So if I show up unannounced, it's not a fun visit for anyone.
Serving papers is one of those unique jobs that not many people have the opportunity to even fathom having. How many times a week do you feel
A day.
you may
It's a day.
get some bodily harm?
The other week, I almost had bodily harm. And I don't know how else to describe Fulton County in such a way that's going to be a clean.
Oh, you gotta say it's Fulton County. We're from here.
A polite reminder that I tell them is if they assault me, it's a felony. But if you go assault your neighbor, it's still a misdemeanor. But I'm working apparently for a court.
Nice.
It's
There's those clauses that you don't want to hit legal people.
Sir, I get it, but if you hit me, you are going to jail.
That's exactly. No, I actually get to go. It's like 1 to 3 just for striking me or putting your hand basically on my shirt.
Right.
And I sometimes entice it and hope for that, because I have great liability coverage.
Has anybody crossed the line or like put a pinky toe over the line?
I have had many fun stories. As far as one that really sucked was I had the picture of a guy. He was pulling into his house as I was already there.
Yeah.
I'm backing up, and I'm like, that's a guy. So I just walk up, drop the paper in his lap in the window of his car. And I just walked away. I didn't say a word. Well, that got him to a point where this 48-year-old state worker took me right by the shirt out of my car and then he got hit with a taser and got put into the
Nice.
ground.
Taser, bam.
Hey, wait, those are legal. I'm not
Yeah.
supposed to say that.
See,
all
I
Joe Green.
was told something that I had no, I don't know, I guess I could have Googled it. Well, what I was told is you had to have them sign something.
Never.
Never. That makes
Who the hell would sign it?
Never.
Yeah, and it's like that makes that job really fucking hard. Like you got somebody that wants to kick your ass because he knows what these papers are, and now you have to stick around long enough and convince him not to beat the fuck out of you and sign it.
Best by far is I used to work for FedEx for a number of years.
Okay.
Used to work for FedEx,
Signing everything.
and I kept the uniform after I left. And now I will show up in the dead of summer, sweating my balls off, mind you. And I will go and bring these people. I'll go up to the door, knock on it. They come up and like, "Oh, what's the package?" I'm like, "It's a letter. You got a letter." And then they sign, and I don't even need a signature. And she's like, "What? This isn't FedEx." I was like, "I never said I was." Lady, I'm just here, just dropping off some papers. I mean,
Do you need any weekend help?
That's brilliant.
Actually, hopefully in the next 2 days, we just picked up 5 counties.
Nice.
So 5 more to add to the list of total domination of legal process in this area. And I love every minute of it. I've done it for 10 years.
I'm of the mindset that this could be fun.
Probably
I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
I'm thinking of
He
the
just
40.
said 10 years. He's
the
been doing
40
this for 10 years. Is it still fun?
Every day that I have could be worse. And I think of me serving papers as saying, well, this day could have been worse. Could have been her day. Could have been her day. Could have been his day.
Yeah, I was
That
just
is
thinking
an
that. Like,
optimistic way to look at that.
I put in an ad, I said, I was like, you have to sort of be a little bit of a dick. You have to be a little bit evil, because I love every second about when I actually pull up and I find them and I'm looking at the picture like, God, you motherfucker.
Come on,
I don't need. I just.
So what's a typical line that you would use? I mean, or do you even talk? I mean,
come here often.
other than, I mean, what's a day in the life of this? Like,
How do you break the ice?
How do you? There is absolutely no breaking the ice.
you're like, is John Smith there?
During the daytimes, I drive around aimlessly to Secretary of State, aimless businesses over and over again, and I just hand out subpoenas and summonses that people expect to be receiving or don't care because it's none of their business.
Yeah.
The nighttime is when everything becomes fun. The evictions are fantastic because you get.
Nighttime is the right time.
I worked in auto repossession, tried comedy. Everything is just dwindling failure.
Well, 10 years doing something, you're making money.
It's because I just don't want to work for anyone else.
But there's been a line that has been brewing in my head that is near fail-proof. And I would be surprised if you weren't already using this. You've got your letter. You just walk up, ring the doorbell, and go, "Oh, I'm sorry." You know their name, so insert name. "I found this in my mailbox." And they're just, "Oh, thank you."
But
and
they
walk
have
away.
to sign
No,
for it.
that's what he said.
No,
They
they
don't have to sign for
You
it.
just have to give it to them.
I don't even
That's
have to
where
give it to you.
I've
I can
been-
just be like, "You're Teresa. I have a picture of you. Here you go." And you could throw them at me. You could sprinkle them across your lawn.
You've been served.
You've already been. It
So
doesn't
So
matter.
as long as you
You have to
served
say
it.
it.
All I have to do is be able to identify you in court later by the description that I give, and my phone takes a picture, a GPS time and date stamp picture
Awesome.
that says, without a reasonable doubt, this man was here at this time
Yep.
doing something,
Yep.
and he's still creepy.
Doing
Something, but I was there. And
You just have to give
That's
them those papers. That's it.
I don't even have to give it. I just put it down in front of them sometimes and just walk away because I'm too high to care, or just trying to get out of the weather some days.
The no-look serve.
The no-look serves.
Come on.
No, the no-look serves are great when people set you up for it. I went to this poor house, and this woman answers the door, and she's like, "That's my ex-husband. I can't. He's coming to pick the kids up in 5 minutes." And I go, "Yeah." She's like, "Pull the car. Just back it up behind those trees." This woman just had time with it, and he just pulls in, and I pull right up, just block him from exiting. I've never seen a man so livid. He was like, he was like, "You can sit there and wait till I drop my kids off." I'm like, Fine.
Fair enough.
And then he comes out and he gives me the nicest treatment ever, and then goes back and curses at his ex-wife for about 30 minutes.
Not your business.
It's not
Not
no,
your business. Who
Right,
cares?
right.
I might have started a domestic violence incident,
your
but
problem.
hey,
Doing the job.
This
doing the
sounds
job.
so daring. I mean, this is
No,
like
Very National Geographic.
adventures.
It's like,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not gonna
like,
interfere. I'm just going to observe the whooping.
I would almost, if this were a television show, like a day in the life, I would totally be hooked.
I considered miking myself up, but then for liability issues, I considered not miking myself up.
Well, they do that show, Cops and Jail.
Yeah,
You
they
know.
edit. That's not court.
True.
And I'm not anything of the sorts. I'm the guy who sneaks in Albany Med wearing scrubs, who can wander around in places he definitely doesn't have a swipe card with,
Right.
just for hours at a time. The worst part is I'm so high that I'll just get stuck in the hospital and end up on the bottom floor for 20 minutes going in a circle.
How many disguises do you use?
I do not use the Sky. I use the FedEx.
Did you say that's
I
why
use
that's
the
the only reason why
FedEx.
I'm asking. I'm
The
like,
FedEx because it was a gift from another old employee that has been used so often that I can't treasure that thing. Everything else, no. I wear a suit and tie if I have to go into offices and serve attorneys. If not, they usually look out their window and go, "Honey, why is there? There's a small skinhead on the porch. He's knocking on the door loudly. He's not gonna stop. He keeps knocking. Yeah,
he won't go.
I know. I knock like the cops in Schenectady do for a real emergency in a white neighborhood. That whole
Oh,
metaphor.
you startle people.
Oh, shit. Fucking door. So ideology of a lunatic -upstatecomedy.com.
That was a drunken night, I will tell you.
That was a drunken night. Huh?
Yeah, I was like,
I'm just gonna buy a domain, see what happens, put up a website.
and then I was like, baby, can I get the credit card? And she just looked up like, this motherfucker right here. Just stoned.
So you spun up a website.
I spun up a website because I started enjoying what I was doing around here.
Sure.
I enjoyed it when I was out east, out west, out down in Jersey. But I actually started having fun in Albany, telling jokes. And for that point, making a website to make sure that everybody knows about every possible thing that's going on with comedy in this area, to me, is a win-win.
See, what's really interesting after I kind of read, yeah, absolutely. I don't have the applause. Give me a second here.
Slacking through.
Bravo, sir. I'd like to thank the Academy.
What's very interesting about this conversation after reading the blurb on the website about pretty much what you had just said, the open mic that Joe did last night was basically where I did my first stand-up.
Okay.
I was at the Backstage Pub like 5 years ago.
Okay.
Before that, it was at Duke's, probably Dave Canyon. You never heard of?
No, I don't.
That's so having that mindset is kind of where Comedypipe started doing the same thing. As I started taking pictures, started taking video of shows and putting them on Comedypipe to try to get the Albany, comics out there internationally. And I've been emailed multiple times of somebody hearing something local that's playing on the stream, and they've never heard of the name before, and they go, "Who is that?" Yeah. And then it's a local chick, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
This is who she is. Go Facebook her, and 2 months later, she's never doing comedy again. So it's just one of those things. But that's one of the things about any comedy scene. I've come and gone multiple times now. This is where we met last Tuesday.
Yeah.
2 Tuesdays ago. I think.
Something like that. Yeah.
Not long ago. I don't get out often. It's just one of those things with a kid. I try to stay home. I get my ass up at 5 a.m. every morning. So being up at an open mic until 1 just doesn't fit my.
It wears on you after the fourth one of the week. Yeah. Anybody could tell you that.
And I was straight up doing that. And but knowing that this website, even though it was a drunken debacle there, was at least kind of founded in the goodness of trying to promote comedy in the area.
And basically, my whole idea was like to try to get a total circle perspective of what was going on in the area, who was doing what, who they are, meet them, befriend them, whatever the case may be, and just to make sure everyone knows that every night we can try to get a place.
That was not meant at all. I put a check mark on my paper and I hit a button and did applause. But good timing on the pen stroke there. Yeah. So, did the podcast, is that tangible at this point?
It's a fun little event that basically it's the Justin's microphone that we like to call it. little studio that's about half the size of this, has none of the equipment, and it's like a room that you would see in the beginning of like a Law and Order SVU episode, just like where the person was kept.
Right.
It was like a Cleveland suburban like house,
Easy.
taking myself out.
Easy.
But every single buddy I had just basically always said, they were like, when you go on a tangent, man, you are funny. Just go and do this. Just go and have fun with it. And then I've been having a blast ever since.
This is show 136 on this show. I did a 3-hour show. We did 102 of them. I get it. Getting on the mic, even though I'm not, in the old show, I wasn't doing stand-up.
Yeah.
It was just doing this to get on a mic,
There you go.
and then we found out comedy was going on, and it is what it is at this point.
Well, I think this Albany scene is different. I don't know. I like it out here in Schenectady. It's a little bit more laissez-faire, as we say.
Okay.
We all,
You're going to have to wiki that. You're going to have to wiki that.
Nah, I got panache. I know what
You
it
got
means.
panache.
Oh.
No, he had to wiki panache.
But
I
that-
used it.
But that's how.
I had to-
But that's how the shows out here run, a little laissez-faire. How many minutes can I do, Joe? I don't know, Nick, till somebody throws something at you.
It's, push the limits. We'll see what happens.
That's why I use the spotlight so you can't see it.
I did notice the spotlight in the pictures. Like that was something we never had.
I do get a feeling though that I've disrupted the Albany comedy scene partly now because I'm going to be taking another open mic and putting it in the Albany area, and I'm actually having a blast with this.
You know what you're doing? You're providing stage time for people,
And that's all that
and
matters.
anyone that complains about that can just do that to a brick wall. I don't care.
There can't be enough stages,
Yeah,
especially in granted.
I moved one from
in
a
the
day
area.
that was bad.
We're all about a half hour away from pretty much any mic. But still, if you're 5 minutes away from a place, 10 minutes away from a place, as opposed to 30 minutes, and then you're getting home, at 1 a.m,
Yeah.
that makes a difference. So it may help to get people at different open mics, get some diversity. The biggest thing that doing open mics was, I need a rotating crowd.
Exactly.
Like there needs to be
Exactly.
a rotating audience.
Yeah.
Especially if you're trying the same jokes, maybe a different way, but if they've heard the joke, they know the punch, even if you're telling it a different way.
Mhm.
So getting a rotating crowd is something that I think the area needs.
And that's the part of it, and that's why the website went up, and that's why I basically promote everything, everyone.
Oh, I do. I share shit like crazy.
I don't care.
Yeah, go
And
for it.
I
Go,
share
go,
when I
go,
can.
go.
I'm not
Everybody.
on the Facebook a lot, but I know you spun up the that group the other day, the Schenectady comedy group. I'm probably butchering the group name, but there's something on that.
No,
It's up to 3 people. It's not-
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
that's
like, all right,
fantastic.
but you know what?
it's me and Joe and the other person. That was a chair, actually. That's not another.
But in last week's podcast host, I'm like, all right, I'm down to get if this is a Schenectady scene, I'm in the heart of it, So I don't want to.
It's going to be great, man. Slowly in the process of moving myself into what can be a small studio in the middle of some sort of ghetto out here. I can't wait. We just lost him.
No.
But yeah, no, we just moved out here. So, like I said,
Again, that was not on purpose.
But the timing.
The timing was.
this is like a great first date I'm having.
Yeah.
He just
So-
keeps giving me
So,
fucking credit.
I gotta get the chant up.
Better than J-Date.
Oh, God.
So since you've been doing comedy, though, it seems that you've been spreading yourself around the area, hitting multiple different comedy works.
Mhm.
The Funny Bone,
Mhm.
of course, the Horses Lounge,
The Horse Lounge.
the Brouhaha.
Brouhaha. I love going out to Stanford. I made it a regular thing about a couple years ago, and I love the area. I have family there, so I go out, get to do a show, stay there. They don't pay me anything. They ask me for a bill later. They go, well, we paid you 50, but you owe 134 on the tab, and there's a empty Fireball bottle in the room. And I go, I don't remember any of this. It was Joe Green's fault. I
Fear
blame
and
him.
loathing in Stanford.
If you're gonna do it, just do it. Do something right. Oh man.
Sounds boozy.
I turned 30 and I decided that since I turned 30, kid was already old enough, he's down with his mother, and I get him my time, and it's great, and we all have a good time with it. But I decided at 30 when I started having to do real things, like find mortgage payments for a house, get out of a lease from a lunatic ex-girlfriend for a Nissan,
Fun, isn't
That is when I decided that I would start doing more of the drugs because and that's when it's harder.
Yeah.
When we're 19 or 20, everything's
Get
exactly
turned up.
what it's supposed to be. But now, when we're 30 and we're looking at the same woman. Oh, wait, Joe, 40, and looking at the same woman for 10 years. Yeah, I went there. Little ecstasy might not help.
Oh, that's definitely a happy time.
Yeah.
No, I don't have 3 extra days to be ate the fuck up.
Yeah.
It used to be 1. It might be 7.
I might just be committed to an insane asylum if I did like ecstasy or any of
My
those
house would
kinds
look
of things.
so fantastic.
It's
I
no,
would just be tripping balls and rearranging
the
everything.
the weekends I have a good time when I come into your mic and I go, I can't even afford 1 beer. How hungover are you? I went to bed at 6 p.m. Fucking mic kicked off at 8:30. So I love Friday nights.
So why do you hate Volvos so much?
That is a story that is not even allowed on the record in the Colony
Wow.
Police Department, let alone on the record on this fucking thing.
God, I didn't think that was gonna. The research department didn't think I was gonna trip that nerve. Wow.
I tell
Volvo hatred.
I tell stories of an ex-girlfriend of mine, and when I see those Volvos, I just become enraged now.
See, the real question I was going to start with, and I don't know. Oh, it got all moved.
It's gonna be
Is
good.
what do you have against safety? And then I was going to ask, why do you hate Volvo so much?
Fucking Vermont.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them there.
Guy tried to-
I thought that was Subarus.
Subarus.
too.
I think
Oh,
Subarus
them
are
too?
the yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Dude, mostly at Home Depot.
Get a nice
siding. We're gonna go watch the WNBA.
get the Forester packed up and ready to go.
Look, I lived in Vermont and I really wanted a Subaru. I had a Hyundai. I felt like I stuck out. I felt like I stuck out like a sore thumb.
I had a
See that lipstick lesbian?
I know where you can stick that sore thumb.
Hyundai.
Rosebud.
It's getting inappropriate here. It's gonna get weirder.
Getting good, folks.
Guys,
Getting good, bro.
Guys, I blush easily.
All right.
Speaking of shitty Hondas, when I was 19, sorry, I don't know where you got
Hey,
this.
Hyundai, let's go.
It's got to be the weed.
Hyundai.
Was it huge?
Segways are for pussies.
Yeah, no, fuck them. I don't have Segways anymore. I bought this Honda. It was a little Tiburon, 1999, 10
Okay.
grand.
Yeah.
The chick car, basically like a Honda Prelude. I took the Hyundai symbol off that bitch. Every girl thought I had a sweet ride for the rest of time, man.
No, that's brilliant. My,
That's just pure
my
plastic.
landlord and neighbor had, I don't know what year it was, but he had it all souped up with the wing. He had this like plexiglass piece on the hood that opened and closed. It was motorized and totally had all the labels shaved right off. And everyone thought it was this awesome thing because it really didn't look like a Tiburon. It was kind of like that car we saw today on the way.
Oh
down
yeah, we were
Broadway Hill,
driving.
that
Yeah,
Nissan.
we were driving here. We saw like some piece of shit Nissan with all those like Euro trash ground effects around
Yeah.
it, really loud exhaust. And
Yeah.
I was sitting there thinking, like, what was this guy thinking? Like, hey, how can I make this car attract more police? It's a magnet, dude.
So Volvos. Can't talk about the story. Still hate them.
I can't talk about the story legally.
That's legally.
Legally, my attorney advises me not to.
Whoa.
Well-
okay. What about Volkswagens?
Yeah,
I mean,
let's just change the name of the car. And tell the story.
no one will pick up on any euphemisms. There was no story. Poor ex-girlfriend of mine's Volvo got dinged up with about $8,000 worth of damage. The first person they came to was me, and the first person that went to jail was not me. And so I always in my heart will hate Volvos just a little bit.
I bet you the
Yeah.
thing still started though.
Yeah, probably.
Fuck
But you know
Paul.
what? I had
You son of a
It's on
bitch! You
mile
ruined everything.
250,000.
I had a piece of shit Volkswagen actually. It killed me. I hate when those nice cars go bad.
I picture you in any hippie car from 1974 to 1982.
It's like my
Go to
dream
McDonald's
car.
and get gas, or oil, whatever.
It's my dream car.
She's putting the diesel.
I
nozzle in
did
there.
when I was like 18, I really wanted like the old school Volvo station wagon in the solid color. Yeah. The black trim from like 1985.
I'm from
You can
Newark,
fit
New
stuff
Jersey,
in it and still have sex with strangers.
and that is our disclaimer for the week, right there.
But the Volvos last forever. Some of them lasted for like 40
Yeah,
years.
she's right.
Hmm
Yeah, like
Fuck
racist.
Fuck Volvos, man.
Fuck Volvos.
They just keep
All right.
going.
All right, since we're on the topic of fuck Volvos,
Totally.
would you fuck Casey Anthony?
Yes.
Of course.
Jefferson with the quick yes.
Wow.
You guys,
Question wasn't even
You
to
took
him.
Casey Anthony.
I stuttered.
Oh yeah.
That baby killer?
Yeah. What? No.
Alleged. wasn't a baby, she was three.
Listen,
Toddler.
She knows. She sounds like a woman who can handle her business.
Yeah,
Got everything taken care of. Nothing had to be done.
I like my penis.
I would keep her. Alleged. It's
like
like
OJ.
alleged.
Jefferson, I'm a little concerned by the fact that you did not hesitate and you clearly put some thought into that.
I would actually.
Did you jerk off to her?
Maybe.
Yeah, and Snooki. Come on, come on.
Whoa.
I'm
No,
on
no.
that.
See, I
It was-
never jerk off the Snooki, just the Snooki
The
punch.
Snooki
Mine was a mixture of
You have to
Casey
get it
Anthony
right.
and Joe Green. So I don't know.
Casey Anthony and the American flag with those tits. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God, it's perfect.
I didn't say I agree with her morals.
I love her morals.
Moral.
Moral.
Just one.
That's true.
All right, let's bring in some images of Casey.
Look at
Anthony. Let's see.
I think she's got like an
haven't
alien
seen her
head,
for
though.
a
She's
while.
not.
I put.
Yeah, I mean, cute.
Yeah, right.
Eh.
Bangable here. This is it.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
That's
That's
it.
the
Yeah,
seller.
That's the profile.
That's-
picture.
Game winner.
That's-
Whoa,
That's
is
the
that
one
a
got her the
recent
baby
one?
in the
This
first
was her. I didn't think this was her. I saw
That's
her.
the one I put up on my Facebook
Okay,
page, and I
that's why I
said,
saw that.
I
There it
said,
is.
who knows who this is? This is
Why
my
are her
hopeful
lips
new
like
wife.
so, they're so pouty?
That's-
Those lips.
That's a trend of younger women. Then
They're like,
they take those stupid pictures.
Oh, the duck lip.
Oh my God,
Oh yeah, there it is.
Oh.
There's the-
is that a 13-year-old version of Teresa?
Yeah, put that back on.
12. 12. You want it back? It's all right. So Casey Anthony, a definite yes for Jefferson.
clearly.
Jeez. What other murdering bitches would you fuck?
Yeah.
Which other ones are they?
Yeah. Throw some names out there.
You got a thing going on? Is this?
No, she's
I like women.
She's just hot.
She knows how to handle
That's all it boils
situations.
down to, really.
She'll kill you, but
She knows how to handle
Not me.
situations at
You don't know.
dire times.
Wait a second. What's the? That's the Halloween mask that they
yeah,
made.
yeah.
That they made. It was on
Oh
eBay
my
for like
God.
thousands
We
of
both
dollars.
saw it at the same time.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the-
And that looks like Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Which is
Yeah,
weird.
yeah, it does.
That's what I keep next to my bed, dude.
Wow. That's-
So if you were gonna
I wear it while I
try
jerk off into a mirror.
if you were gonna try to get in Casey Anthony's pants, what would you do to woo her? Would you like take her to Hana
I
Japanese
have
Steakhouse
vasectomy.
and like buy her a nice hibachi steak
Are you
dinner?
asking if I got laid that night when I was out at Hana beforehand with the hibachi steakhouse and all that?
No, it seems like you go there a lot. though.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like hibachi? I love sushi, man.
Ah.
I'm 100% in. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Fukushima.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring a toddler.
Limitless
to the
sushi
hibachi.
places, my
That's-
fucking favorite.
Somebody who cooks in front of me and gives me free sake. Where's the problem
Yes.
there? I'm sorry. It's
Yes,
just,
and peas from
Free
little
sake,
boy
sake.
thing in your mouth.
yeah, that is a little creepy,
It
but
is creepy.
you know, I just closed my eyes like I did all those other times
Uh-huh.
and just went with
Yeah.
it. You know?
That's not sake they're shooting at you. It's water, right?
No, some when they go around with these, Lord knows.
Jefferson, last week I had all of those sound effects queued up, and for whatever reason they didn't save.
You blew it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to redeem myself. I don't know what I called the sound, but it's probably gonna be worded like, or no, it's probably Squirt Girl.
Oh,
It's probably
It's a bird.
you have wait. You have a
It's a
soundtrack for
plane.
your.
Oh yeah, it's in the making.
Oh.
Squirt girl,
That is-
defender of all that is good.
That sounds a lot funnier when
She
I'm not-
squashes mean girl. She squashes mean girls. Prevents the spread of cat litter.
There's so many metaphors on all of this.
Cat litter.
Her mission.
Good stuff.
It's like when Joe just drops the fucking con.
Yeah, that was Jefferson.
How?
So yeah, Squirt Girl has a soundtrack.
That is the creepiest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
For some reason, it felt like it was coming up behind me. yeah. No, it's like that basement with Bruce Willis.
So you're new to comedy, huh?
We're gonna break you in. And then Michael Gregg came and left. And that's what happened to me.
That's what I have time for at work.
Yeah, that's he apparently makes this noise at work all day.
Oh, all day.
What do you
All
do
day.
for a living?
I do drafting and design.
He
Sound
picks things up and puts them down.
Sound effects.
I'm like the guy from Police Academy.
So you do voiceover? You just do voiceovers all day?
That'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
That's all I do during the day for my day job. Is voiceover commercials and talk about my bullshit. It's fantastic. My buddy is like, hey, Nick's that one guy who gets up every day roughly at 11 and evaluates the situation at hand. He might serve papers. He might go back down and just sleep a couple more hours. Depends.
And then he goes to pick things up via truck and put them down.
You're like an international man of
That
mystery.
made the research team giggle right there. We pick things up via truck and we put them down.
I thought it was they asked for a catchphrase for my old job. They, when it was a transportation business, and I was like, we pick things up by truck, we put the shit back down. Like it's perfect. Do the stupid accent. I can't. Arnold, get down that accent.
Put them down. Yeah, that's one of my favorite commercials that isn't on the air anymore.
I'm intrigued by the research. I really want to know what type of research, Joe, these two did on me. That intrigues the hell out of me.
This isn't anything we did. This is the research team.
This is just scary
Yeah.
stuff that's coming up.
Little Chinese kids in the back.
Those are the ones that.
All right.
Those are mine.
What's
The research team has clearance.
They have clearance. You think
They run my background check, bro.
Background?
Yeah, you know.
Dude, we read the text.
All right. So the research team was a little confused on how you could be almost attacked by the Amish. That's how deep this research goes.
Wow, you guys have delved into every horrible process serving story.
Yeah, this is it. And they don't even know it.
I pulled up to a house that I thought was a normal home with electricity, and there was people, and I don't know, looked like Catholic. I went to Catholic school.
Don't you love how they dress
Christian
the little
Brothers.
kids exactly like the adults, like little mini Amish? It is so adorable.
Dude, it's like Children of the Corn. They're
Listen,
like all
I
creepy
don't
weird.
listen,
Yeah, they are.
I shaved my son's head. He goes Aryan Nation with me the whole time. I'm joking. Fucking joking. But I do shave his
We
head
came
when
to
I do mine.
farmer's market and drop the info.
And drove to Austerlitz on the way here.
Really, Amish kids almost beat the shit out of you?
I went up to this house and I'm trying to explain to this child, I don't know. He looked like he could have been 13 or 30.
Was he inbred?
They were just gigantic red-haired
He had a
people.
bigger
They're
beard
wicked
than I could
strong.
ever imagine.
And he's
They're
just
wicked strong.
he's
people.
chopping wood when I pulled up, and I was like, I'm gonna die.
Phineas, who is this lad?
And he can't understand a word I'm saying. They have their own sort of accent and language. I had no idea. That's how ignorant of a person I could be. And so I'm like, get an adult. It's the first thing I always tell my son to go get an adult. At this point, I have 9 children. 9 children within 8 feet circled me, just wondering why I'm here, asking me stuff in a language that I can't understand.
Yeah.
It sounds like that scene from Snatch with the gypsies
Yes,
all around
yes,
the guy.
yes.
I felt more comfortable in crack houses in Albany serving papers. I don't give a shit. It was
Oh, they
horrifying.
speak English.
Yeah. They go, what?
What is the name of the dialect?
I
I mean, it's a Dutch, but it's a Dutch.
I call it Fulton County or
yeah,
Perth.
Perth.
I didn't know
I don't
we had
speak
Amish
Perth.
that close.
You know they're going to be doing the weed growing is going to be in Fulton County and in Montgomery County.
I didn't hear that they actually chose the places. but
I
there
know
were
those are
5.
bidding on. There's 2. I
Yeah,
think there's
yeah.
one in Warrensburg. Where I'm next to my cousin's house, so I'm going to be making some family visits.
Man, I'm gonna be
It's
hunting this
family
year.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
You just got up.
we'll explain to you later.
So they speak
Dispensaries in New York State. That's all we'll say.
they speak Pennsylvania Dutch, which is derivative of German.
German. Okay. Well,
Oh, a
that was
romance
in the
language.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
God.
So,
You're romantic. You know
Yo.
School bus fires are sexier than that language.
that? Oh,
my girl penis shriveled up when you said that.
what did she do outside that made mine go
she
instantly
talked
gone?
about her salad.
Oh
that
yeah.
awful salad
Yeah.
with pears.
My-
and
And we're not
fucking
talking about a
hummus.
vagina.
Oh, that sounded really good.
I'm on my
No,
cock.
it was
This-
like quinoa balls, almonds, and unboiled rice. Or
I don't think my cock's going to come back out for at least a couple weeks.
I
No,
just
no,
had-
no, no.
It's an innie.
I had quinoa for the first time this week, which is even weirder that you mentioned it.
Oh, I eat it all the time. It's great.
Fuck you and your quinoa
Yeah, It
salad.
was something that my wife, yeah, we'll try. It's PJ's. We'll buy 5 gallons of it. Here you go. And yeah, it's not horrible, but it's not
It's like
something I'm
rice.
going to gravitate.
It's amazing something so bland my ass can hate so much.
Now, I didn't even think about that. That
Hey,
explains
hey.
a lot in the last couple days.
You just be happy you got your purse back.
Whoa,
Okay?
yeah.
Just be happy.
What's this purse?
Joe got his purse back.
His man purse that you've seen 100 fucking times.
The one I
him
bring all the
bring.
food and the munchies in all the time. The
Oh,
green
your
Coleman.
picnic bag.
My picnic
His
bag.
picnic basket.
Yeah, it's still not
Jefferson.
manly.
Someone throw the bags of pot at people out of that bag.
It's some Mardi Gras.
So yeah, that bag, Jefferson, was stolen
What a tragedy.
and returned with
Oh.
all of its contents.
Yeah.
Well, it hasn't been returned, but it has been found with all of its contents.
Not
And we
his.
have a friend in common, Ralph Renna.
Ralph
Rich
Renna.
has my bag. Ralph Renna, if you're listening or anyone, Rich has my bag. It was in Ralph Renna's band. Just letting you know.
Conspiracies all
I'm
around.
just saying I can find you. I'm kidding. He's got my back.
Wait a minute, you won't go into Albany County. You're not going to find them. Shut your
Yeah, I
mouth.
shouldn't threaten anybody. I'll just buy another key. No, I had keys to my house, keys to my car, and keys to an airplane.
An air.
So I had to file a police report.
Well, you don't have keys to an airplane?
I have keys to a helicopter. Who gets the airplane privileges?
Pilot.
Is this a joke?
No.
This
No,
is,
it's
this
real.
is
I have
fantastic.
a flight simulator.
This is fantastic to learn
Oh, yeah.
on the cuff right
Yeah.
now. This is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
You fly planes?
About 20 years.
That's frightening. How big?
Yeah.
How big do you have to be in the air to keep it, fluid, just going?
What do you mean?
Right.
Big?
Yeah, yeah. I couldn't do that job without being bitten.
Never.
Oh, stop! You're a
Never.
liar.
Oh,
No,
a pilot
never.
is awesome.
Never.
You guys have a personal
Absolutely.
They do it drunk all the time.
Well, that's different.
I get drunk and fly in a simulator.
That
all the
is
time.
not okay. I do not want to be on
I'm
that
not
plane.
condoning it. I'm just saying it happens.
This
Yeah, no.
room is like
A lot.
every child's dream come true. By the way, my son would be going crazy. I'm still a little bit overwhelmed with all the.
You know what's great? My son doesn't know this room exists yet.
That's
That's
phenomenal.
why the screen still
You
works.
The
keep-
screen still work. He doesn't know about the Tolo coaster behind you.
You
Like if
keep
he
that
sees
shit
that,
going
it's just
forever.
going to be destroyed. No, once he's of age, I want him to see all this stuff. I want him to enjoy it. I want
He
him
must
to use
be
it.
indoctrinated.
He'll come
Because-
down and go, Dad, you're a fucking nerd.
Yeah, but it's not going to fall far from the tree. And what's going to be great is
It'll
once
be like the new
he's
gay.
able to start using it, then I can use it more.
The nerd closet.
Nice.
See,
Good call.
Yeah, so you
I
know.
see, I see where
Yeah,
you're
see,
going.
it's not bad. Get it built up.
I don't want. My son already knows I'm a lunatic, so he just he actually accepts it
He
now.
understands the ideology of a lunatic.
I'm sitting there the other day and I'm talking to this girl on the phone. He's like, "You're talking to a girl." I'm like, "Shut up, man! Shut the hell up!" He's sitting there, just 8-year-old, poking at me, right? Because I'm fat, so he's just poking into my side. I'm like, "Fat little shit, stop poking." He's like, "He's
That's
still,
gay.
yeah, no. He's 8 years old. He's a ball busting champion.
Your son.
My son, he has nothing of his mother, and that is a great, great day."
Yeah. The stories in the green room that you were telling of your son letting you in on awesome things he's doing to irritate his mother was priceless.
Prank.
Priceless.
Him learning to do that is years of training. And when I mean that by training, I mean sitting next to me on the couch.
He's gonna be a homicidal maniac with plausible deniability.
He's gonna be. That's what I'm saying. He's gonna be a lunatic, but smarter, taking it down a little
He's
bit.
like, I'm not gonna kill people. I'm gonna make that one kill that one.
And Joe, if we could do that, we would never have problems.
So we're talking about homeless people. Did you actually pick up a homeless guy?
Homeless girl. Oh no, you
So
don't
it
want to
says
hear.
homeless guy
You do not want to hear
and
this.
dropped him off in
Uh,
Gland.
Gland, what's that?
Yeah, that's what the research team wanted.
That I think that's G Land.
G-Land, okay,
Oh,
G-Land.
yeah.
You're so
I'm
old.
sorry, no,
Your
I'm-
euphemisms are like the.
I'm from Gilderland and So White. I didn't even remember
Yeah.
G-Man.
Thought he was gonna go squat in the house.
Oh,
Yeah, that guy,
That-
not a girl.
that.
We'll get to the girl next.
And that was a long trip from all the way out in the southern tier.
This.
From Corning.
Corning.
This. Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
The squat.
The squat.
Like that's
It's like Great Expectations. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
wonderful.
Yeah,
That's a
Corning
Dickens
is like a
novel.
lifetime
What was
away.
your-
Do you know-
what was the drug or drunk level?
What's the numerical level go up to?
I was letting you answer it freestyle because I didn't have one.
I like to go and tell jokes out there because I could take advantage of their racist and sexual stereotypes and make money doing it. And it worked out well, even though I don't believe in any of it. I had fun. Those guys out there
Oh, I
were
love
some.
being a fake bigot. Isn't it
Yeah,
the best?
it's
just
great.
so much fun.
I was like, I don't give a shit what any of you people
Joe
think.
is a big fan of the fake bigot.
I
you-
love being
you-
a fake bigot,
Well,
racist,
but-
a-hole, misogynist jerk.
There's nothing out,
sincere
dude. There's nothing
about it.
out there in last calls at 1 a.m. What do people do besides burn crosses or make crystal meth? Like, I don't
Yeah,
understand. There's nothing. It's fucking horrible. I came back here and now this is what I get.
Why'd
Joke.
you pave the roads? It's fucking Amish country. There's no cars.
Yeah, they
I
have
t-
those
I- we've had the,
drawn buggies.
I told you the story about when my car got a flat and I was out in the middle out there. And it's one of those dead towns, fucking stuck there. Go to the one business. The business is a diner. The diner's name is always going to be diner every fucking time.
Yeah.
You got a flat, huh?
No, they didn't even answer the
I'll
door
send out
because
help for you.
they were only open for senior citizen service on Sunday. That was it. There was no other hours of operation. It was just open on Sunday for
It's
like 3.
Salem. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Ooh, how'd
You're
you
not
get
from
out of
around
that
here, are
jam?
you?
You ain't coming into diner.
AAA was about 6 hours that day.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That's not a lot of.
did you have
battery
cell
life.
service?
I had no cell service. My cell might have was just giving me the finger at that point because it was just nothing.
Like not even battery.
I
life.
couldn't even try. I tried to pick up a Wi-Fi. I ran towards someone's house like a
I
criminal
can imagine
in the
you-
dark, and the criminal like trying to get close to pick up a Wi-Fi signal from one's.
I just imagine you out there in the middle of no cell service, no phone, no anything. Some Amish guy goes by and is like, well, we'll spread a rumor and hope somebody shows up. You know?
The
Hey,
worst-
you didn't know how to change a tire on
I
your
didn't. I
car?
know, didn't have a spare on my.
Right.
I was an. I was an asshole. I didn't
You were
prepare.
about to emasculate our guest.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to confirm.
I was
pretense.
pissed because you
I-
just beat me to it.
I grew up in New Jersey. I worked in body shops. I could probably chop your lovely little car in about a minute and 37 seconds. So
That's like the prison
Chop it?
Olympics.
chop it, yeah.
What do you
Oh,
mean
yeah.
chop it?
Just strip it down.
She's
and
from
just,
G-Land.
oh, yeah. Well, Schenectady.
We call her
Scone-
Aunt Teresa.
Schenectady. The car can go from sitting in the Stewart's parking lot with the asshole who leaves
on
his keys
eBay.
in it to on eBay in 8 minutes.
You ain't never seen a car put on blocks
Oh.
in 30 seconds flat?
I loved working in the body
That
shop.
was a-
I could just get baked and I just stripped cars all day. I just destroyed things. It was great.
That was an old HBO skit. It was the Prison Olympics. And they had 2 teams from different
Yeah.
prisons come and strip a car down to putting it on cement blocks.
Yeah.
Oh, that
And whoever got
sounds
it on
very
the 4 blocks,
entertaining.
everything, you had to have a certain
That's
list of
talent.
parts.
There's
Oh, yeah,
there's
great.
are a couple people that I really want to waste 4 tires on and just leave it there. Just go, just like in the middle of cross gates. Just leave the
Oh.
car sitting on cinder blocks with the note that says "shouldn't have fucked me over" at some point. Has no idea who that could be.
No, sign it.
Yeah.
See,
I did this.
See, in high school, we didn't have, I don't know that we really wanted to, strip a car down, but at least as pranks, and I don't know if you did this at all, Nick. We'd take certain people's car and we'd get like 7 or 8 of us and turn the car sideways and put cars in the front and the back of it so they
Oh my
couldn't get out.
I would shoot every one of you.
We did it repetitively to
We
the
would-
same person, like
The only
every other day.
Why
Kipping.
don't you?
Kipping.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would have shot. I wouldn't have killed you personally. I would have shot you from a distance.
Oh,
So you
no,
had no
this-
idea. Like it was just his life was just taken from him.
I
No,
would have
it's-
made eye contact.
We would all like
make sure you
we
fucking
would all
know.
run out to his car before like he got out of his last class. He was on the other side of the school. We would just like nobody would say anything to anybody. We would just go grab a corner of the car and start lifting. Joe
Oh yeah.
Joe was there. Yeah, so I mean he had he was a big fella. He had some muscle behind him.
We had.
Hell,
I,
kind of
I didn't help out
confidence.
too much. It was a 88 Cutlass Sierra.
Oh God!
Oh, James
It's like in
Taylor,
a Schenectady undercover car.
tinted windows system. That there was no back seat. It was a piece of plywood carpeted with all of his amps
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
And so it had a system. Him and I would roll around and bump tunes.
No, we didn't do
It was
anything.
hilarious.
Remember shag carpet on the dash, or am I too old for you guys?
I still got shag carpet in the
That's
basement
a
house.
little
Oh.
before my time.
They used to call it
Teresa,
pussy.
nobody believes that.
Nice pussy.
No one.
What?
It was before your time.
Of course there was.
If it
How
wasn't
old do you
before her
think
time,
I
again,
am?
this is-
28.
This is
Oh, you're
Aunt
too
Teresa.
kind. You're
We-
very
we had
kind.
to-
28.
We had to enlighten her to the meat spin,
Here's Aunt Teresa.
to the lemon party.
Yeah, this is Aunt Teresa. We used to go down to the jazz club and smoke grass with the Negroes.
There you go.
And I can picture
To
her
make my
face
father
saying
mad.
that.
Spot,
This is spot on.
that
There's
is-
no fat on that at all. That's right there. That's perfect. That's how I picture her saying that. Little slight inflection, but
channeling my inner Kate Hepburn.
we never
Oh,
put
nobody-
sideways cars.
Nobody knows who Katharine Hepburn
Yeah,
is.
never-
No.
No,
Oh
we
my
had
God.
some girl who used to park in front of our apartment building, and we would just all get out there and just move her car onto the sidewalk, and then I would pull in. I would pull in. She'd be like, "You fucking jerks!"
That's same.
It's like we're 19 and we live
Still,
in
you're
the,
picking the car up and moving
just
that
move
shit.
it.
That's the moral of that.
relocation.
relocation, and this was something the research team found: haircut, oil change, groceries, cash checks, work in some order. Is that your GTL?
I think that day it was. I was very motivated that day.
Instead, it's your HOCGCC. Your
I mean,
your haircut, oil change, groceries, cash checks, work.
yeah.
Actually,
That was when I wasn't
I
doing
forgot
drugs, so it was a
How-
lot more
how-
structured of a day.
now
Now it's
There were no
way.
numbers in it.
Yeah, it's still no job and having that much structure in your life. That's something to be proud of. That's
I
having
get
a plan at all.
I get 30 hours a week to sit on a board and to cut out time frames for do voiceover commercials for a real job, and it's a job, but it pays basically enough money to make me be able to drive out here. And,
Voice work.
yeah, that's it.
The Nick Anthony.
Nick,
How's voice work, folks? NB.
come on down to the Saratoga pub for the Jameson night every Thursday. Jameson Girls Live. All those commercials you heard on Clear Channel for years.
Yeah.
That's just my horrible voice.
I need to get in on this.
Come
I
on.
need
Yeah.
to get in on this.
And
Seriously?
It pays $9 an hour. No one wants to do a commercial,
I'll
especially
do
when
it.
they're Billy Fusillo
I'll
commercials.
do it.
In a
Oh,
world
you guys are getting
where
all my fucking
everything
nerves
is
tonight.
huge.
Your Silo, the Cutlers. fucking-
Well, did you guys see the most recent Billy Fusillo commercial? Where,
Shillo.
The one where they shot him
Fusillo.
in the back of the head.
Fusillo, you are the most Jewish lady I've ever met.
what?
Fusillo?
It's
Well-
Billy Cordero. Texas.
Yeah,
I know way
So,
too much
Billy-
about this guy.
Is doing like a promo for Guptill's ice cream in Latham. So it's like the two worst things. And he's got this big
The
ice cream cone. And it's
Birthday
like,
cake, what Sunday meets Billy Fusillo.
yes,
Are you kidding me?
I shit you not.
Oh, that.
I saw it.
Come try Blue Waffle Sunday.
Come on by a
Fuck
car
him.
and get your free ice cream at Guptill's.
Tom
It's
Parks,
gonna
you had
be-
the blue waffle, didn't you? Tom Parks, come on.
I
Yeah,
got, I got one question
Hold on.
about Billy Fusillo.
It's working because we're all talking about it. God damn it.
I want ice cream and I have to go look at a new Hyundai.
I have one question though about Billy Fusillo. The girls in the commercials.
Yeah.
I think I hired him at a bachelor party about 8 years ago.
Nice.
You hired Maddie?
I don't know who these little whores are on each different
There's
commercial.
only
Oh,
been like
my.
two. Maddie's been the
Oh,
blonde. And then there's what's
Who's the
what's
dart-
her name?
yeah.
Caroline.
I don't know
Caroline.
their
Caroline. Yeah,
No,
fuck you,
no,
dude.
they've had
Caroline.
two.
See, you're a good Nick. You
Yeah,
don't need to
Maddie.
know their names. Fuck
Maddie's
it.
the one.
Why do we need to know their names? They're
The
just
blonde, the red, the
We're
brown.
talking about the two young ones he's had on.
yeah.
They were
I
like-
know the blonde Maddie.
The 13-year-olds that he's always drinking with in some commercial.
yeah, they are like 12 years old. How is that legal?
They're
They are sales
Amish.
associates.
They're
And they,
No one,
Hey,
the sales associate of
hey,
what?
everyone, this sales associate sold more cars because she shows her tits to every fucking customer that's willing to look at
50
them. She's huge.
They might have well done the commercial. 50 blowjobs, 50 cars sold
Yeah.
this month,
Yeah, when
only
they say
down
a
at
lube
Niemer.
every
Coincidence?
3,000.
No.
No.
Or she's
Crazy
just
Eddie.
been blowing Billy Fusillo in the back of the place.
I
think it's both.
I will
but-
say,
Yeah,
I will say one
He
thing.
says
I
he's
saw that
telling the
asshole in
truth.
a car, and he was driving a Hyundai and said "huge" on the license plate, and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm stoned. I got to pull up. I got to check this out." And I pulled up, and the car wasn't big enough for him. Like
yeah.
he looked like Shrek, just
Yeah.
stuck in.
It's a Genesis. It's just like the Jaguar, except I can't fit in the fucking thing.
It used to be a Tiburon, but now it holds people. It's not a hatchback.
My favorite was the radio promo he had over the winter for domestic awareness
Oh, that was
violence
so
week.
brutal. He fucked it up every time.
Every time.
That domestic awareness. I can't even say
Domestic
awareness.
Awareness Violence
something.
Month. And I was like,
Yeah.
I almost liked him at that point. I was like, wow, he fucked up so much. It's likable.
Yeah. There was like
I
three
was-
commercials
it
and he
was
fucked them
horrible.
all up.
I was waiting for
Because I
some
know
sort
what
of.
he meant.
We
And
all
obviously, you know, it's like
I can't
you-
stop staring at Maddie's tits, so I'm all confused at this domestic violence stuff.
You
I
can
don't
do a
understand.
second-
Here's a check for something. Just hand it off to the girl next to you.
Wait
Get
a
on with
second.
life.
Give it to the girl with the black eye.
It's recorded. Why?
That was my ex-girlfriend.
It's recorded. Why not do another take?
Take two.
Take
He doesn't.
six.
It doesn't. I don't think he does more than 2 takes.
He just because he'll throw the
All of
sign
them-
on the ground like a child. Just
all of
like
them, yeah.
picture him.
If you watch any
Ah.
of his commercials or listen to any of his radio spots, they are all
One-offs.
one-offs.
Yeah, totally.
You know,
totally.
and now with his kid on there, like they're kind of trying to riff off each other, and his kid's like, "Dad, shut the
It's-
fuck up."
The commercials
need to
they do,
stop.
it sounds like an old deli that's been bugged by the FBI.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me tell you something, Dad. The big came up short. You know, yeah, we'll sell a Volkswagen, faggot. You know, I don't know. It's just like
They are disgusting.
Are you my
You can-
uncle for some
You can
reason?
kinda tell his son doesn't quite have it though. Like,
I think he actually does have it,
I'd
but
be- I'd
because
buy a
he
car from
doesn't or
Billy.
can't.
Wait,
step on his
doesn't he
father-
sell
I'd buy
Volkswagens?
a
He
car
sells
from
a bunch of.
Fuck him.
Nissan,
Stupid
yeah,
Volkswagens.
They're the same to me at this point.
Do you know that a Volkswagen is just an Audi? There's a lot. Oh God.
You said that so loud. Yeah. There's a lot of crosstalk.
what was that?
Now you
Well,
just
I'm
We
just,
agreed on the no fuck you hand signal. Remember?
I'm
What's
just
that?
trying.
Is that-
Yeah. There was,
She
if we
just did
start
that.
going, we all agreed because like I didn't want to be the one going, yo, shut the fuck up. But someone would go,
You know, I was
it's cool, and we don't understand what it is. There's a lot of crosstalk. Probably stop.
I was still stoned until you
fart on
yelled.
the mic while you're at it.
Just do the squirt noise, man. Just go to it.
I smell smoke.
It's from yes.
Radio silence? Why?
Where that was you and not him.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Aunt Teresa.
That
I
was
love
good.
you, hon. I love you.
That's good stuff.
I love you.
This is entertaining.
I'm just gonna read a line. I don't even know what any of this says. When people are shitheads to me, and then they get shocked when I don't have anything nice to say,
Oh yeah, no, I.
or don't want to hang out with them, it really tells me that you're just an idiot. That is truth upon truth upon
Do
truth.
you want to hear about my day? Do you want to hear about
Today?
Yeah.
the two fucking women
Today,
Tell us.
Two fucking women.
Let's go today.
back and forth all goddamn day?
I want to
Getting
know.
getting fucking messages, and I'm reading it, and I can't even. I'm too stoned to even respond. I just keep reading and just keep scrolling. At this point, I've just given up. And they're going back and forth with each other. These two lunatics. This girl, last year I dated her, and I'll give you a reference point. She's about 5'3", 130 pounds, Irish, short hair, and the 30 pounds is in her ass.
She's an Irish
Whoa.
short hair. She's
All right.
She's got an ass that could, if asses had power, she would be Barack.
Did it
Okay.
have its own zip code?
It had basically the whole upstate region covered.
Damn it.
Yeah, you know,
Its own
and,
language.
and this was,
Ghetto booty.
but this was the type of girl that was so fucking man hating and pretentious that everything she would post on Facebook would be like, no, you guys aren't getting into my pants. Grabbing whips for some reason at that point. She's like, just leave this hateful shit. Like all this stuff, like you're not getting into my pants, you and none of the other these scumbags. And I laugh. And then I'm like, yo, your ass is so big, we could all get in your pants at the same time. You fucking like this girl just drives me nuts. So tries to start talking to me again this year. It lasted a week before I went like this. You are the most annoying dumb cunt I've ever had to endure. I can't even be friends with you online because I want to put my head through a plate
You
glass.
spineless bimbo.
Exactly.
No way.
that level of annoyance of a woman, I get.
Yeah, it's-
I get it.
I
get it.
I try not to talk online too much because
Now-
it
now,
usually
okay,
hurts
okay,
me
Okay, let
in the long
let
run.
me spin this slightly for you to turn it into a very complex question for you.
Oh God.
What if this bitch had lots of tattoos?
He did his research. Kids, he did his
Mhm.
research right there.
I mean, research.
this-
team.
Search team.
The girl had a lot of tattoos, but when she spoke is when the pain started happening. So,
So
no.
there is a line.
There's
between
definitely
tattoos and was it the voice?
It-
Because a lot of times it's the voice. I
it-
can deal with the bullshit of the words.
Is your
but
cock
it-
hard?
Yeah, it's the voice.
no,
It's the
no.
voice.
It's the voice. It's the words. It's her
all of it.
face.
It's all of it.
It's
Her face.
anything.
Base.
No, her face.
Drives an outback.
Every single. She
I
she would
did.
update Facebook when she would pick up a CVS prescription. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I have, like that's what kind of mentality is that?
Oh, you know what the worst is? Those people that do the check-in on
Taggers,
Facebook,
those fucking taggers.
the
that-
Foursquare. Oh, the taggers too. But they're like,
That's what she does.
I
the
just
fucking
got to
taggers and the
Red
Foursquare.
Robin and I'm getting a burger check-in.
I checked into the rape room right before I came down here. It was
Right.
fantastic.
Yeah. Who gives a shit?
I'm taking a left turn with Joe Green.
I actually want to know if he actually
gives a shit?
put himself at the rape room because I want to know how to do that.
Where it is. No.
Free Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
It's not in my house then. I'm still squatting.
So it was everything.
And no, it's just everything what she would do. It didn't matter. She couldn't even. She was miles away, and she was annoying the shit out of me.
All right, so let's move it on to someone who's not annoying the shit out of you, even after a 7-hour day of no air conditioning, serving process, and then having a hot 21-year-old with tattoos tell you she really wants to give you her number.
My number's 4.
Because that's not something.
That's how old you are.
That is priceless.
My number's 3.
That makes the day all better.
That is priceless.
That is nice. That is nice.
In the past couple weeks, it's happened, but like I said, usually when I speak to a woman, the problem with it is that we have the same thing in common. I hate women. Women hate me. It never meshes together well. Like, what do you have to do to get this guy to call you back? You either have to be a drug dealer or a comic. That's a fucking great life priorities right there.
Hey, if it's getting you 21-year-olds with tattoos,
Yeah.
We take what we can get. There's no bouncer.
I should reinstate. I'm going to come out of retirement.
No.
No,
Amber.
wait. I'm sorry, honey. Hi. Yeah, bye. Absolutely.
Mom, stop listening.
I wouldn't know what to do with a 21-year-old.
You just
Except everything.
and then you just don't listen. It's great.
Just don't.
I would be like,
I
so how old's your mom?
No,
Because you're 21. I'm bored already.
you know how great it was being 29. I dated a 19-year-old. I always had somebody to pick me up from the bar who couldn't get in and ruin my night.
Well, yeah, you're in like that demilitarized zone when
Yeah.
you're 29. You know, there's that fucking 38th parallel you can wander in.
Well, and I had to take that
Yeah.
step at some point. I had to see if it was, something that could happen. And I was like, she's like, well, I can't come in with you. I was like, that sucks. I'm gonna go out.
That's
And I'd be like, but I need a ride home at definitely between 2. If it's after 4, start calling someone.
But no matter what time I get home, blowjob.
Yeah.
That's. What,
She's
no-
19.
Jeez.
no-
Well,
She's 19. She should have the energy, not me.
I was
I'm like,
19 at
What's wrong
once,
with you
banging a
guys?
16-year-old. It was cool.
When I get home, blowjob. Ralph Cramden on steroids. Holy shit.
I thought that was a gift.
That's why we stopped dating.
wait, you and me? Or
When
the,
I-
oh, the other one. Okay.
We're coming to the end of the show. What else we got here? Okay, so you recently got an email, and when I say recently, this is just a quote, so it may not be recently. Got a quote emailing you, bumping you from the set. Their exact words were, "You're out. We have a real comedian."
that exact words.
Touching.
Wow.
Exact
Very
words.
touching.
Very
From
touching.
from the booker at the Syracuse Funny Bone said, well, you know what? Don't worry about it. We got somebody, and he's a real comedian. And I just went,
Yeah.
Wow.
You
Oh,
then,
wow.
then
That
why
hurts.
did you book me? You had no one else to call that was more or less of a real comedian
That-
than Nick fucking Anthony.
Who's the real comedian?
you know what?
You should serve her.
I would if I could. I
Serve
would.
her. Yeah, just get.
Just with papers that say "fuck you" and Sharpie.
Yeah, seriously.
I did get to
From
serve.
FedEx.
I served one ex-girlfriend once, and it was a conquest,
Wow.
but it was done in public at a
And
soccer
it didn't
league.
involve you at all.
And no, when people saw me coming though towards her, they had this look on their face like, oh my god, he lost it. He's here to kill her. Like he's
They
here to
know
kill.
who you
And I
were.
know I was
Yeah.
just going to serve papers, but I had this look in my eye of just like, I'm gonna take this
Here you go,
bitch's head
dear.
off.
Yeah. Wow. Misconception of
Stick
everyone.
that, you Gogurt bitch.
Yeah. Fucking go, girl.
You guys need a hippie and a Volvo.
So Nick Anthony,
And a blowjob upon arrival.
tell me
Apparently.
all the shows,
Thank you
all
for
the
that.
open mics that you
Road
got
hit.
coming up over the next week, month, whatever.
I do want to prop the one. I love being able to work with the guys who run Justin's. Omid and Robbie Terrio are great individuals. Give us a stage. You know, Robbie has known me since we were. Robbie has known me since we were, bus boys at a Fridays in Stuyvesant Plaza. So we
Right on.
always knew each other.
Yeah.
And they saw the one good show I did. I literally mean the one. And they were like, we want this guy to run our open mic. So I was like, okay, we'll do Tuesdays around the opposite way. But no, we got June 16th. Very fun show coming up that I'm actually really excited about. I got Ashley Strand, who came down from the Canadian Comedy Festival.
All
He's
the
good.
way
Good
from
guy.
Canadian.
Ashley is wicked funny.
And
Good
he-
get. Great guest.
He's going to come down. He's going to headline on the 16th. We got Donnell Ellis hosting. Donnell is a guy I just met doing a show.
Yeah.
Yeah, DL. He lays the pipe, man. This gigantic black man, for the love of Christ.
My mom still walking straight. The walker. It's not Donnell though.
Well, no, 16th. It's basically all comics are allowed in. It's free. We got a 10 comic set that I basically guys who want to come to open mic. I said it's going to be limited time. because we're gonna have a host going.
10 comic set.
The 10 comics are gonna be doing 8 minutes, and then we got 2. I actually took 2 in the beginning, and I cut them down to 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say 3 to 5.
And then we got Ashley Strand coming down to finish everything up. Give him a half an hour. The
Happy
$2.
ending.
Yeah. I just hope take me somewhere out of Schenectady when you leave here, sir. I don't care if it pays $100 a show.
June 16th. Where?
Justin's on Lark. Always Justin's on Lark.
Always Justin's.
June
What time?
16th.
We're gonna be. This one's gonna be a late show. We're gonna be having everybody coming at 8. Kick it off at 8:30 to about 11 o'clock. We got a DJ afterwards. $3 beers, $6 drinks. All of the stuff they want me to say right now that I can't remember because I'm too stoned.
You know what you don't have? You don't have a $2 PBR tall boy at every day is Bilderberg. It's because we melded them together because we couldn't say backstage.
It doesn't
anymore.
matter. Tuppy still has
Yeah,
AIDS.
he still.
Oh.
I sort of want to. Oh, my
Backstage
God. What the fuck?
I don't want to wake my kid and get murdered later.
Yeah, no, that's
Having me on the show is like an occupational hazard for that. You know that, right?
You've been great.
you've been phenomenal.
I think I was louder. There's a couple times. I'm like, fuck, I shouldn't have yelled. The baby monitor is not on, so I don't give a shit yet.
And the Benadryl has kicked in.
I can only wish.
That was for years, my son. Years.
My dad didn't waste money
Whether
on
he needed
Benadryl.
it or
I got
not,
something
scotch.
you want to say.
Oh, he loved it. He loved going to bed. The kids still sleep for 12 hours. You can't even wake them up. I'm like lifting dead weight. I'm like, buddy, we got to go to school. And he's like this. And then he's big now, and I don't even want to pick him up. He got so big. I'm like, shit, man, you're heavy.
I got this thing where I'm going to get the principal to kill my math teacher. You're going to love it, Dad.
Little shit.
No. I'll never get caught. I don't even know it's me. It's just,
If he develops a Long Island accent, not a New Jersey accent, I'm gonna end my own life. Okay.
I don't know why I'm doing that voice for you. I'm sorry.
It's
You
the
did
most
the-
relatable kid voice.
No.
They're all mafia.
He
guys.
did like a little
Yeah.
Jersey boy voice. He was like, "Hey, Dad, guess what? You know what we got going on."
I'm gonna drink this warm beer with my relatable kid voice.
Hey, Dad, let me tell you
Yeah.
something about Ma, all right?
Stereotypical.
You don't fuck with those Jersey mob
I'm telling you,
kids.
give me a cheek.
That's why when they said come to St. Rose, play basketball, I'll come to St. Rose and play basketball, and then stay here for another 10 years in the same shitty
You'll
voice.
never leave. Speaking of the same shitty voice, hey Jefferson, what do you got coming up this week?
Damn.
Yeah, sorry, that was,
This week?
yeah, what, you got some comedy shows? You're gonna be
No.
rocking the mic? No,
No.
nothing. Any baby porn in the near future?
No.
No.
That is a
Doing anything
serious
fun for
felony.
the weekend?
Oh, wait. We have to before we have to explain baby
Yeah,
porn real quick.
I tried to have
his-
baby
his-
porn.
his-
Wait.
his
I tried to have baby porn on Sunday too, and it just didn't work out for me. So
I'm so intrigued about this.
joking up, Phil.
His
Yeah, we fuck babies. Right?
friend's
That's it.
wife or girlfriend had a kid, and they went to the hospital to stare at it like it's interesting.
Yeah,
So
stare at the baby porn.
yeah, so they went stare at
Yeah.
a newborn. It's like people take pictures of food and shit. It's food porn.
Yeah.
Look at the baby. Look at the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're listening,
Did you
at a
hold the
second-
baby?
I did.
No shit.
I am shocked as shit. I had
Yeah.
$50 with Dave that you would not hold the baby.
My next door
I
neighbor
had
just had a
to
baby.
drop it.
Yeah, well,
Aw,
Oh, my next door
did that
neighbor
make
just had
you
a baby.
feel
I got out
good?
of holding
No.
the baby.
Holding the baby.
I'll
Was it
hold the
weird?
baby. I
Was it
got no
weird?
problems.
Oh, next door neighbor's a cop, and he saw me come up, and when he goes to me, he's like, "Oh, you want to hold a baby?" And then he realized I'm just my eyes are like
Yeah,
red,
I was gonna say, are
lit,
you, were your
like
eyes
Christmas
bright? Yeah.
trees. He's like, "You're not touching my fucking
Yeah.
baby. Get out of here."
I'm good.
I'm like, "Thanks, Sal. I'll see you later, bud." All right. Jesus.
So otherwise, I'll be here next week.
Yeah, I was looking dead in the eye. I'm like, finish the sentence. There you go. There
We
you
set you up for this the whole
I
time.
know.
The whole thing.
59 minutes waited for that. There you go. That's what I do right here.
Laying in wait.
That's
sitting
the
here.
callback of all time. Joe Green.
I'm gonna be at the Horses Lounge on Sunday night with the owner Christian and everybody that comes down to have fun and laugh. And there's $5 Huckleberry lemonades for your pussy.
You're
I threw that
pussy.
last part in. They really don't do that.
Christian might if you ask him.
What?
Christian might if you ask him politely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems like an open and he seems like a fun guy.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I want a Huckleberry Emina.
I want to cuddle him a little bit. That's what I
Enema?
tell him all the time.
Did I say Emina?
You did.
Huckleberry enema. That sounds horrifying.
He corrected it. Thank you. Enema.
Something like that, Joe.
Yeah.
Always here to jump on a mispronounced word.
Great open mic, a little fun place.
I love how it stuttered there. I can do that every time. Yeah,
And the backstage pub open mic has been
Backstage Pub!
Backstage
Oh
Pub
my
has been moved to Monday.
I'm coming out, buddy.
Monday.
I'll be there every Monday.
$5 margaritas, $5 everything on the appetizer menu.
Two,
Don't
two,
bring
two,
your
two
kids.
water cannons.
This just I missed it.
That sound that
Wait,
should be
wait,
the
wait.
intro for Justin's after 11 p.m.
This just in. Backstage pub. Move to Mondays.
Try not to poop your peppers.
I don't have the fucking sword sound ready. Every time I switch off of it to go to another panel, it doesn't save, and I don't know why. Jefferson failed me
Is there
again.
a box of gushers hanging from your ceiling?
That was a gracious gift from the one and only Nick Pazienza, wrapped in Christmas wrapping paper, opened up on the show, and gushers were had by
Nick
everyone.
Pazzi has gone from cougar bait now to my personal bitch.
The super nerd shelf.
The
No,
super nerd shelf.
nerd shelf.
I love Nick Pazienza. He's the greatest
Good guy.
kid possible.
Good guy. He
I-
saw my super nerd shelf, and man, he bonered right off the bat. You know, it was-
See, there's a huge difference. He's really nice, and I'm the complete opposite. So it never really works for me.
yeah, maybe some of them will rub off on you.
That's a joke right away for me.
Uh-huh.
No way.
Teresa,
3D.
hi, dog.
Hi.
What do you got coming up,
Oh
man?
my gosh, I'm going to be back here next week with young up-and-comer Tommy McClellan. He's going to be calling in from New York City.
He is so much fun. I met him. He's a blast.
He is a very funny kid.
I had very interesting questions about the night that I met him at Clinton's. What the fuck was going on with him and that fucking group of
Black kids.
older folk? No, older folk, and who I'm assuming was their daughter.
He's got a show coming up in the city,
Very
I think,
awkward.
on July 15th with Dwayne Murphy Jr.
yeah.
Yeah.
DMJ.
$2 Tommy McClellan's $2
Tommy
show.
McClellan?
Yeah.
Yeah, kid's got a rocket strapped to his ass. He's doing stuff.
Wet that dick down.
There he is.
Oh yeah, good stuff.
Wetting that dick
There you Wayne go. Murphy Jr.
Wetting that dick down.
Wetting that-
1990.
Hey you guys are wetting that dick down.
Wet that dick down. Wet that dick down.
There it is.
I want to wet my dick down too, guys.
I'm like, I didn't push any button.
Creepy.
Butters wants to wet his dick down too. I know I suck, but come on.
You sound like a rapist hillbilly in that voice.
It's Butters. He's a rapist hillbilly. Oh,
no.
He will be.
But you know who is not a rapist hillbilly? Ethan Ullman,
Him either.
tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Alternative to Sleeping, WCDB 90.9 FM. Check him out. Streaming right here on Comedy Pipe as always. Please check out all the other podcasts that are streaming on the Comedy Pipe Radio Network, like the Loose News Podcast, HV Funny, the What You Got Podcast, the Indian Bohemians. I always forget about that one. Joe Green seems like he has one ready to go.
Yeah, go ahead and struggle because it just makes it more fun for me.
Yeah, yep. I'm going to struggle through the rest of this. Nick Anthony, thank you so much.
Thank
for joining
you,
us on the
Nick.
show.
Absolute
Great-
pleasure,
great
guys.
to meet you. Great to have you on the show.
Yeah, definitely.
Happy serving to you
And-
for now until eternity, I guess.
Yeah, now until eternity, man, unless somebody gets me out of this place. If
Yeah.
not, always here, man.
I may actually inquire about some side work because I don't give a shit about handing a piece of paper to anybody.
Well, that's fantastic because we're branching out
Okay,
Mm.
there you go.
every goddamn
3D
day.
is getting a new career opportunity pushed in front of him, and it's going to be epic, folks. It's going to be huge.
When it down.